Hello, good afternoon. It's a bit chilly today. It had a really thick frost. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Hi, Suze. I really wasn't ready for that frost this morning. So, today, I've had a bit of an idea. Not sure how it's going to work. I've cut some card. I'm hoping it's going to fit. You know how it goes. So it's Monday. It's monthly makes. I have just found my stamps. I've put them somewhere safe. Not a good idea for me. So I have found them. My idea is I want to keep it really, really simple. We're going to embrace a lovely Kraft card and a bit of embossing. I thought I'll go whole hog today. Bit of embossing. I want to create a lovely frame. Oh, I might cut my card a bit big. Maybe I should have measured before I did that. Never mind. So I want to create a lovely little frame, and then somehow we're going to put the sentiment in there. Not quite sure how, but we will fix it all on there. So that's my plan. That's what we're going to get started with. Oh, it's cold up in Scotland. Yeah, I can imagine. It was really cold yesterday, but it was wet and horrible. Whereas at least today it's dry. It's just not drying up because it's so cold. It was 2 degrees when I came into the little shed this morning. No wonder it's chilly. Right, so I've got my embossing powders. I haven't found everything I need. Oh, how rude of me. Hi, Mum. Oh, that was everything falling down. There's my tiny tray. I knew it was around somewhere. And my white embossing powder. Now I've got everything I need. Oh, I'm typing things on my computer. Oh no, it's not. It's my phone falling on the computer. There we go. Right, I'll stop typing. I'm just going to wipe out my tidy tray before I begin. It's got all sorts of colours in it. Not a very good wipe out, but it'll do. It'll do. Ooh, it's dusty as well. Delightful. Right. Let's try some nice calm crafting, shall we? So first up, I need to decide which side I want to use. I think I'm going to go textured, which is a little bit harder to emboss onto because it's got all the nooks and crannies. Come on, mister. I think it needs drying out. I'm going to give that a quick wipe over the top. And then we're going to start with this one. I think I'm going to start off easy. Hi, Leslie. I'm going to start off easy and just do the corner without the flower. Get myself warmed up to stamp the bigger one. I'm just going to go in with my clear embossing powder. Yep, just making sure I'm covering it well. Plonk it down in this bottom corner. Probably going to give myself, what do you reckon, about 1.25 inches? Sounds about right, doesn't it? Ooh. It decided to dance for me as well. Let's lift that one up. Got my white honky powder. It's not so white, mine's got bits in it. There's that one. Just got little hairy bits because I'm using the textured side of the card. And it's just picking up on the texture of the card, like it says on the tin, really, isn't it? One back in here. And I realised this morning I haven't shared what December's make is yet. A bit of a sneaky peek on that one. My phone making funny noises again. So December's monthly make I will put up a bit of a breakdown of it later. But December's is a polyplate, a stamp set, and I want to say a saying as well. Ooh. I need to learn how to turn my phone from vibrate to silent, don't I? Don't know if you can hear it buzzing away now. It does. This one, I don't know what it is at the moment. It smells coconutty, the white one. You know when I said I couldn't quite put my finger on it? I think it's coconut. And the clear is more of a vanilla. So again, I'm eyeballing all this. I could have marked it, couldn't I? Because that would have been a bit easier. Yep, just giving it a good press. Getting me warmed up, doing my workout for the Monday morning, afternoon, whichever one it is. Just give it a real good press where you can see those lines. And let's get some embossing powder on this. So you'll have noticed I do all my stamping, put all my powder on, especially on this one, and then heat it. And the reason for that is I don't want to over melt any of me embossing powders. Doesn't really happen so much with these ones, with the honky ones, but some of the more metallic ones. Look at that. I should have gone over with my anti-static bag, shouldn't I? Keep saying that. Oopsie. We'll use it again in a minute. Good afternoon, Michelle. So yeah, the reason I do all my stamping and embossing first is so that I don't overheat anything, especially if you're using, you know, like the metallic embossing powders. Those things like to overheat. Oops, I'm all tied up. My heat gun's got a big knot in it. I don't know whether I can stretch it. Look at that. That's never going to do anything, is it? I can untangle. To be fair, it took me about 10 minutes to realise where it was, because I'd taken it down to the studios last week with me. So I can't find my heat gun. It's not in its plug and it's not on its hanger. Where is it? Then I remembered. And for some reason it had got in with the samples, because that's where you put your heat gun, isn't it? I'm just going to heat this up now. Okay. It takes a bit of time. This will raise the temperature in here. Yep, starting to go. I do like this flower. I have been playing around with some, you know, the leaves. I've been playing around with a leafy corner. Not quite working at the moment. It's one of those things I had to get out of my head. It's going. Oh, hi Lynn. Don't know if there's any watching quietly when I'm around. I'm sure I'll drop something or make a mess or something. And it's coming. Yeah. You forget how big these stamps are, don't you? So it comes to embossing them. Right. Ooh, I quite like it that way now. I always do the corners in the same, sorry, it's my flower in the same corner. Always like that. Should we have a bit of a change around and do it that way? Even that way. Ooh, that just, whew. It's funny, isn't it, how you get into the routine of doing things certain ways. Hi, Sean. I think we might go that way. Right, anyway, we'll fiddle around with our composition in a minute. So, looks quite nice. I could keep it really simple, just colour this in and put our sentiment on it. I don't. I actually want to cut this out. So we could either go for a patterned paper, or should we just... I've got a little bit of my Kraft card left here, the bit I chopped off the side of my card. And what I thought I'd do is, if I stamp it again in my embossing powder, so another load of embossing, I'm just checking it fitted, and then we'll colour it in so I can get it raised, and then with my little sentiment I can pop it underneath if I need to. So I'm going to pop that over there. Really boring, I'm afraid. We're going to emboss again, but I'm going to reverse it. So this time, can you see, you get your two different sides to your craft card. Get your lovely textured, which is the bulk of my card, and then I'm going to work on the lovely smooth side for my next layer, so it'll look different anyway before we even start adding colour to it. Let's see if this wants to work this time. Yeah, needs drying out. I say that every time, don't I? There we go. What else can I tell you while we're embossing? All the orders are out. We have done the last post office run this morning, so everybody's orders are gone. They're out the building, they've gone. So that's good. So they should be with you soon, I hope. I'm just trying to make sure I get a real good covering on this. Will it be my top layer? Just taking a little bit more time with it. What else was I going to say? Told you a sneaky about our next monthly make, which I can't believe will be leaving us next Monday or Tuesday. Cannot believe it's going so fast. Oh, I've had a few questions about that Black Friday as well. I'm not planning on having a big sale, but I've had an idea, which is always dangerous, isn't it? To watch this space on that one. We will be doing something, just not your traditional Black Friday. So I don't think we need a Black Friday at the moment, do we? We need like a sparkly Happy Friday. Okay. Right. Ooh, I'm quite impressed with that embossing for me. Just a little bit. Yeah, definitely. We don't need Black Fridays, we need sparkly, happy, rainbow glitter type Fridays, don't we? Oops, I didn't empty that out properly. I've just put a big pile of it on my desk. Oopsie. And little bear enjoyed Friday night so much he's decided he wants to come every Friday to see his ladies. So I might be getting a bit more of a helper on a Friday, I'm afraid. But I did think we might start doing some little last minute like gift ideas and things on Friday night for Christmas. I've got a few ideas. Like posters, little treat bags, that type of thing. Quite good. I know, it's so hard to believe it's nearly December. This year has just, well, it's been this year, hasn't it? That's the only way to describe it. I'm starting to sit and like tally things up on like TV shows we've done, stamps we've launched, that type of thing, and I just lost track. Hi Maxine. Oh, you're sneaking some watching while your granddaughter's eating a breakfast, dinner. That sounds like my type of watching. Right, there we go. So we've got two of these now. The heat gun is back on its pegs, so we're not going to lose that again. You can see where we're going, can't we? What colours do we reckon? I think I'm going to go blue. Get a lovely, like, I'm channeling my inner bear, aren't I? But it's got to be blue. A blueprint sketch, maybe. Oh, weathered wood, bit of tumbled glass. Let's have a bit of a play, shall we? Faded jeans. Maybe. I'll tell you what would look good then. If I'm going down the faded jeans route, I want a chip sapphire. I was having a chat the other day to a lady about distress oxide colours and which ones work well together. And we both agreed we don't use chip sapphire enough. It's one of them that I never go to, it's really weird. There it is, chip sapphire. It was on the pile, but way down there. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of card. So I've got my Kraft card. They're so bitty. Got embossing powder all over my desk. Now, oh, actually, do I actually want to use that? I've just seen, where's it gone? Oh, I've got myself thinking now. Where did I put that paper pack the other day? I've just spied. I used it on one of my samples for a chanda. That. Ooh, don't look good on there, does it? It's like a green, but there's a blue version of it. Now, where did I put it? Is the question. There. I might have just changed what we're doing. No, too dark, isn't it? No, we'll stick with what we're going to do. But that could look quite nice over the top. But the blue, I want to stay blue today. I'm in a blue mood. So I'm just going to have a quick go with my colours. I am faffing a lot as well. I think, actually, I'm not going to go bright either. There's no weathered wood on there. It's like I'm a weathered wood, he's got his own place now. It's not even on a pile anymore, it's got his own place on my desk. Now, holding them up. You see how I've got my lovely weathered wood? I might not even make it to chip sapphire. No, I'm going to stick with, I'm going to do brave actually. I'm going to do chip sapphire and tumbled glass with my weathered wood around the edges. Let's pop that there. If it doesn't work, we can always go straight back onto card, can't we? So, paintbrush ready. And then we're going to start off with our little chip sapphire. Oh, that's gold! It's got condensation on it, is that cold? Oh. Let me just... Oh. Gave me chillies, that. Now, I don't want to colour this in too much because we're using Kraft card and that stuff's just beautiful by itself. So we're going to do a little bit of colour, not too much. I wanted to keep it simple, didn't I? And I have realised I am doing a lot of distress oxides with this stamp set. So we'll need to change it up a bit next week, won't we? What do you reckon? Brush those or something? Just such a usable. We should try and do Christmas with it, shouldn't we? I'm just going oh, it looks pretty cool on there actually. Really light in with me blues. So this is my tumbled glass one. Then we'll start to add a bit more. Sounds really scratchy, doesn't it? Bring that up a little bit more. There we go, right. So I think that's enough. It just gives a bit of a shading. Really bright there, there you go. Now we're going to use our chip sapphire. Ooh, he's juicy, isn't he? Even Oh no, I was going to say it's left bubbles behind. It's not. It's where I dropped some glaze the other week. Just put a little bit in there. So I'm going in really watery first because it is so intense. Yep. Hi Jackie. So I'm just going to come in first. Just with this one. And I need to, I'm starting to think now, because this is kind of working-ish. We always get an ish in there, don't we? Working-ish. I'm going to... Oh, actually, look at that. I'm impressing myself. That does actually take a lot. Might start adding a few more bits this one. It was going to be a simple one, wasn't it? Okay, I'm just going to drag up the centre. I'm quite liking these colours. They're looking very, I won't say moody. It's not as atmospheric either, is it? There'd be a good word out there, I'm just not thinking of it. And now I'm regretting not doing this direct onto my card because that will look lovely. Wipe that off. Now, I said I wanted to start playing a little bit as well. So where's my dotties? There we go. And I'm gonna grab one. I would grab one if I could find it. That will do. Oh, I found your eye. Shows you how good I am at putting stamps away. There we go. I'm going to pop that in there. Just add a few more dots in here. I think it could look quite nice. Ooh, I ended up going over the dots that were already there. I'm going to go back in with my tumble glass as well. I don't know if this is actually going to be a bit too bright, but we'll soon find out. Oh no, kind of works. Okay. If you notice then, I've just picked up some of it. I thought I did the first time. I've just picked up a little bit of the darker ink. So I've just got a little splodge on my ink pad that I just need to watch now. There we go. Can't really see this. Oh, you can. If I do that. Just about see it. Oh Jackie, I'm sorry to hear you're not so good. Take the afternoon off. Right. So you can see it's starting to come together. And just, you know me, I rough cut it first. I should have warned you, I've got my scissors out. That's going to somehow come and sit here and not quite figured out. I'm going for, you know, I said this was going to be simple. It is going to be simple, but it's going to look quite... I do struggle, don't I, keeping things simple, embracing the white space and all that. I'll learn one day, won't I? There we go. And I'm not worrying about masking this off because you really don't need to worry because we're going to be sticking stuff over the top. There we go. And then I just need to figure out what I want to do with that centre Should we just go with the chip sapphire, do you reckon? Make it really blue. I could have saved myself some ink if I'd have thought about that earlier. Yeah, we're embracing blue, and I think we might even try if I can find some few little sparkles around it. Because I guess we could Christmassy this one, couldn't we? Oh, too much water. Can you see it's just puddling on, pooling and puddling on my card. So I'm just going to come into where I've got very concentrated. I'm a little bit stuck with this because I've already heat embossed. I don't really want to be taking me heat going onto this again, because otherwise, like I was saying before, it'll over melt it, and I don't want that. I'd have a little bit of play, but not enough. That's looking quite nice, isn't it? Just gonna bring back in, and I think having all that water's actually helped a little bit. Right, there we go. I'm not going to faff anymore. Now, it's cutting out time. I'm going to cut right up to, because we've got a lovely embossed line, I'm going to cut right up to my embossed line on this one. I'm going to go up there. I'm going to stay up here. And I'm going to jump lanes-ish. Because this line doesn't quite make it to the end. If I was to redraw it, I probably would make that line go all the way. But that's me being really picky, isn't it? So I'll still try and think of everything we're going to try and do with our stamps sometimes. Look it out. I was going to say, we could have painted that background, couldn't we? And really decoupage it up. There we go. As you heard, a load of pigeons. Don't know what it is. I always find Kraft card a little bit tougher to cut out. I think it's because of all the fibres. I've just realised as well, I've just thrown that on the floor, and that is not where my bin is anymore. I've moved it to the other side. There we go. I'm thinking again. Right, let's move on to, I'm not liking that line actually, I'm going to go up there. That's what it is, I think. There we go. There we go, it looks a bit better, I think. So I want to move on to my sentiment. That would have looked nice behind, wouldn't it? It's just sat there going, use me. No, I'm going to be a good girl. Stick to what's in the kit. Or in the set even. Which one do you reckon? I think I'm going to go with Friends with Flowers. I'm just looking at the shape of it. I think it's going to go there like that. Now, do I do this on Crafty card? Oh, I've got a little bit, because I've done my card in cream, I've got a little bit of an offcut on the cream, so I think let's cut this down first, and then we will go for 1, 2, 2. I don't want to take up too much of the room behind it. So I'm going to go 1 1/4. 3/4. Oh, thank you, Jackie. It's getting there. I do like them blues. I'm half toying with, do I actually find a Christmas sentiment? Because I think I'd get away with it. Don't know. I've cut this one now, haven't I? I do think I'd get away with the Christmas one. That's been my, you know when you get, I always get stuff stuck in my head, don't I? That's been my one for this set. I want to turn it into a Christmassy bit. Put that there. Let's try it again, shall we? That looks a bit better. You know what it is? It's the "y" in "you." It sticks out more than the rest of the saying. So it makes it look like it's got more card than it hasn't. Right, so where's my little dotties gone again? So I'm just going to try and tie it all in now. So I want my tumble glass. I'm just going to randomly stamp this in the background. Keep moving your stamp around as well. Because otherwise you end up with it looking, you know, like we were talking about the other day, where it looked like you just repeated the same stamp. Whereas if you keep moving it around, some really light ones across the middle. There we go. What do you call it? Distress. That's the word I'm looking for. Forgetting my words today. It's never a good sign, is it? No. I was wondering, do I go in with my darker colour as well? I'm not. Just because Chip Sapphire is such an intense colour. If I start putting Chip Sapphire down, my sentiment might not pop. Yep. There's that bit. I want my black ink. We had a new one, didn't we? What did I do with the new one? I'll use my old one. There we go. Ooh. Don't recommend putting your ink on top of your card. With my sentiment, the key is you want it to look like it's either you want it so it absolutely pops, so it's lovely, clean and crisp, and it sits there on top of your card. So what I mean by that is you have your sentiment on a nice white piece of card in black ink with a nice black border around the side, and it looks, it draws your eye to it because it is. I'm trying to think if I've got an example. Let me just finish stamping this one. Oh, look at that for pants stamping. I'll sort that out in a second. Here we go. So I like that one. Oh, I didn't stick it together. How rude. We couldn't find my glue. So on that one, I've literally stamped it in black on white and then tied it in nicely. You've got your background here to this one. Yeah, I've got my white card to my white card there. Whereas this one, if I just put cream card on there, it's going to stand out like, I was going to say a wart on a warthog, but that wouldn't stand out, would it? It'd stand out, yeah, but I don't want it to. I want it to tie in. So just by adding my dots, it kind of pulls it all together. And then I'm going to do a bit of distressing around it. So either, I guess what I'm trying to say is either you want it so it sticks out a lot, or you want to try and tie it in with your colours. So now this is going to be fun, isn't it? And what you definitely don't want to be doing is stamping it like that. There we go. Oh, not too bad. Now the bit I've re-inked has turned out really well. The rest has gone really pants. Never mind. It'll do. So I've got my distress. I'm not having a good day with my sentiment, am I now? Kitchen roll there. So all I'm going to do now is just distress a little bit around the edge, because if you notice, it's still looking a bit like it's just being plonked on there. So let's tone it down. Tie it in, I think is the word I'm looking for, isn't it? So I'm going to start off with my tumbled glass. A little bit on my tissue. I'm just going to be careful because I don't know if that black ink's dry yet. Probably not with the warmth factor in here today. Teach me for not putting my heater on earlier, won't it? To be fair, this is looking quite Christmassy, isn't it? I think it's the colours. Oh, Michelle, no problem. If you've ever got a question, just give me a shout. Sometimes it prompts me to try something different, instead of you seeing the same old, same old. There we go. So now I just want a little bit of my chip sapphire as well. But a teeny tiny bit. Remember, this one was juicy before, so we're going to go really gentle with this one. Really gentle. Or maybe not that gentle. It's really juicy. I don't get why it's so juicy this one. A few of my inks are going juicy, aren't they? Maybe they don't like the cold. There we go. So it's starting to now tie in a little bit. There we go. And then all I'm going to do... Oh, that's not going to work, is it? I'm going to put it onto my Kraft card. Actually, I think it will work. I'm going to pop it onto a Kraft card background. It was 2 and 3/4, 1 and 3/4. I remember that measurement. The other one we kind of just winged it, didn't we? Winged it. I'll put that one on there. Yeah, popping a border around it as well always adds to your sentiments, and a doodle. I love putting doodles around my stuff, but that's just me, isn't it? I like doodling. And if you're worried about getting things nice and straight, the doodle, by doodling, it takes the eye away from not having completely straight edges. Yeah, so if you doodle, it does help if your matting and layering's not perfect or your cutting's not brilliant either. It's not popping. Hi Pauline. Having your lunch again. That's fine. I'm just having a moment. It's not quite doing what I wanted it to do. So how am I going to fix it is my question. I'm not. I'm going to leave it for a moment. So let's take those elements away for a minute. I'm going to put my shadow. I'm going to do the bits I know I want to work. Yep. There's no point sitting here and getting wound up over the bits that are not working. That was a very dirty paintbrush. Let's do the bits I know I want. So I'm going to come in and just pop a little bit of shading around here. And then we'll come back to the sentiment because it's not quite doing what I want it to do. There you go. So just popping a little bit of shading on there instantly transforms. Do the same again up here, and then we'll go around some of our leafies. I'm not being that neat and tidy up here, am I? Because I know we've cut it out. That's a bit. And again, this is where I now need to decide which way we are having our card. I think we've decided that way, haven't we? It does look quite nice. I think it doesn't help I've got Christmas stuck in my brain. Let's just get some shadow under here. Oh, dirty. What ink? No. Can't be only me that does that. Get carried away and put your hand down in your work. Speaking of hands, Little Bear's hands are no longer blue. They were impressive for all of Saturday. There we go. Just that little bit. Oh, doesn't look like I've done anything. There you go. Can you see it now? There you go. Just that little bit of shading really helps. So let's get rid of this off my desk, and then we'll go back to our dreaded sentiment that didn't want to work. You're jinxing, Michelle. Better. Right. It is kind of working, isn't it? I do think it needs a little bit of Christmas sparkle on it, though. If that was a Christmas saying. I've got it stuck in my head, haven't I? Oh. I'm going to go against everything I've just said. I don't think that's working in with the Kraft card behind it. So, I'm either going to go to lovely silver. Alright, Michelle. It's good to get me thinking occasionally. Makes it look too cold. But we all have moments like this, don't we, where we're sat there looking at something, it just does not want to work, no matter what you do to it. See, I prefer that. I do prefer that. That, too cold, whereas that, I know it looks a bit like black, it's not, it's navy. Yeah. But I'm going to cheat. You know how I keep saying I want some sparkle? Which isn't like me. I'm going to give myself a bigger border. And look at that, as a bruiser of the border there. You can tell how thick this card is, can't you? There we go. Oh. Didn't have my Weetabix this morning without it. Gonna get rid of you for a minute. Not permanently. I'm not quite there yet with it. One holographic, it is indeed. So we're gonna have a bit of sparkle, and we might even do a bit of sparkle on this one. And no, I'm not, because I've already embossed there. Do I do dotties or do I do our flowers? No, I'll do dotties. I like dots. Dots are simple, aren't they? So again, I'm just gonna grab my clear embossing powder. Wrong side. Just any which way on here. And just remember, when you come to pick this up, you need to grab it in the middle, not around the edges, because otherwise you end up moving all that lovely embossing powder. Now this is where I should have really cleaned out my tidy tray. Just look up around the edge. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. I'm not going to put this back in either of my pots. So I did have a spare pot somewhere. I'm looking for it. There it is. My pokey tool. I knew it was there somewhere. So I'm not going to put this back into my embossing powder, only because you can see how much I've contaminated it really badly. So I'm making my own colour. Yep, so I'm going to leave my tidy tray over there. If you hear me shouting in a minute, it's because, yes, I have just tipped my tidy tray full of embossing powder everywhere. So this is just a plain holographic. I'm hoping it's just going to add a little bit of sparkle I keep saying I want. Turn it around. Start to see a little bit of sparkle. Okay, I think I put my finger in that one then, never mind. But hopefully, there you go, you can see that lovely sparkle. That's now going to come and sit on there. And maybe it's not made it any better, but let's give it a try. Yeah, I want it so it positions. I might actually have to trim it down a little bit. Oh, you can't see. It does sparkle on this. That's going to come in over here. Yeah, ish, maybe. My eyes are still not happy with it. So I've got some of my Sparkle Star twinkles now. I'm going to go for it in for a penny, in for a pound and all that. Let's get some air back in that. I should really do this when it's all stuck down, but it seems I've not decided yet what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything because it's bunged up again. I never have any good luck, do I, with tubs of stuff. Oh, there we go, look a bit coming out. Maybe because I don't put the lids back on properly. Just a little tiny bit of glitter glue in my sparkles. Just in here. There we go, and then hopefully it brings a bit of the shine, sparkle. So we're going to put it onto our cream card. It's still not looking quite right, it's still not looking quite finished to me. It's definitely not simple, is it? Still not happy with that. Ooh. You know what? I'm going to try one last thing, see if it works. Let's try colour on colour. I'm going to grab my doodle pen as well. Maybe. It's looking a bit washed out on screen. There we go, I think that's a bit better, isn't it? I think if it was a Christmas card, that blue, ooh, look at that for really pants cutting out. Let's just take a little smidge off. Okay. I think if it was a Christmas card, I'd have left the blue on and probably turned my background card into blue as well. You know, to get like that, ooh, glitter glue on back of there now. A bit like that one. think. I could do that, and then I thought I'm just having a root in my bag. I don't think I've got any navy. That's where it wants. There we go. See, there's always a way. Even if you go through that meh moment when you're not quite sure if it's working. We all have them. I know we do. I'll do a single bow, I think, on this. Come on, fingers. Fingers don't want to work. I need to dig out all my ribbons. It's that time of the year, and you need ribbons on your Christmassy cards and things. So I'm just making my bow look a little bit more presentable. And semi-making its legs the same size. And now I'm going to faff with the bow for 10 minutes. No, I'm not. It'd be something like that, I think. That now is crying out. It just wants a little bit of doodle. And then, you know what I am going to do though? Just to finish it off. See if that one works. Not if it works, but if it's the right colour. So I'm going to have... I want a really dark... Let's try that one. A bit of a dark one. That one will work. And then to finish it off, I am going to just distress around the edge. Hi, Michelle. Oh, sorry, Alice. My eyes are playing tricks on me today. Just a little bit of doodling around edge. Silver would look quite nice if it was a Christmas card. Guess what we're doing next Monday? We are going to do a Christmas card using this set. Because otherwise it's not going to get out of my head, is it? Then it'll be like that song that just won't get out of your head either. Right, last little bit. I promise I'm going to stop faffing now with it because I think we're there. I'm going to go back to my lovely tumble glass. Let me remove my little guillotine before I do some damage with it. With a kitchen roll. And just gently. I'm hoping this will just tie it all together and make it look even more Christmassy. I'm going to have to sit down and do a Christmas one, aren't I? I think it's because I'm starting to get some of the Christmas cards with the Christmas card swaps that were running over in the group, and they're just so lovely. Because I got yours the other day, Alice, and I got my mum's. They're lovely too. And I think it was Noala said that she'd posted hers. I think it is. I'm going right. I need to get on with mine. I need to get mine moving now. Just using a little smidge of this darker one around the edge. Ooh, look at that now. There we go. That's going to go on there. Just like so. I am resisting the urge to doodle. I really am. I'm stepping away from the doodle. Oh, that could look quite nice. That's some bit of floof. I've stepped away from the doodling. Embracing that. It's not white space, is it? Kraft card edge. Because that could look quite nice. Just going to stick this down on here. going to go somewhere like that. Tell you what, I am going to stick it together if that's alright, ladies. Now I've got glue that actually wants to come out the tube, it's a lot easier, isn't it? There we go. So I've actually cheated with my card sizes. I don't think I said before. My Kraft card was cut to 7-inch. Yep, so just in time. Cut down to 7 inches, that's 7 1/4. So if you did yours for a 7-inch card, it would be slightly smaller. You wouldn't have such a big border like I'm battling with at the moment. I'm not battling, that sounds really awful, doesn't it? I'm battling with this card. I'm not. I'm looking for some, there we go. I'll grab a new pack. So I want to foamy this bit up. I'm just going to foam up on here. That'll do, won't it? And there. I always go over the top with my foam pads. I think it's because, you know, when like the kids are little and they used to like make cards and things all the time. She used to sit in the playroom, well, my little girl especially, and she'd come in with these beautiful creations and then they'd just fall apart because of the glues and things she was using. So I'm obsessed with having enough things. Oh yeah, I forgot to put my sparkle on there. That's not a good thing, is it? I'm just giving it a bit of a, you know, a wiggle and a jiggle, just to give it a bit more. Oh no, before I do that, what I'm going to actually do, oh, I've got none on there. I'm going to heat that one low down, but then I'm just going to double up on my foam pads here. So I shouldn't have really put glue on them, but I didn't know I was going to do it, did I? Because ironically, foam pads stick really well to foam pads, just not so much to paper. Now this one, that glitter glue again. Where's my pokey tool gone? I was about to put a big in the middle of that, wasn't I? Don't know. Use my scissors instead, I'll stab it by mistake. There we go. Just trying to, there we go. It's stuck now. Well, it's tacked, it's not stuck. Could have probably got away with 3 under that one and really boofed it up. And then this is just going to go, when I finish faffing with it, somewhere down here. I don't want it to cover up my wordies though, do we? Nothing worse than having a sentiment that you can't quite read it because you've got a ribbon or something. Too much floof in the way. No. Actually, no, I think it does. Now I've put the ribbon on there, I think I quite like it. It needs to sit somewhere like that, doesn't it? But I need my stinky glue for that, and I'm not doing that right now. So there you go. We got there in the end. We did, we got there. I'm loving those colours though, the very wintry colours. That was Tumble Glass and Chip Sapphire, it's those two. So when we watered them down, that's what we got on our craft card. Beautiful. I'm actually thinking with the snowflake doodles, I might have a bit of a play with that and pleated jeans. I was trying to think of the name of it then. So I think I'm going to do a bit of an ombre going on with those ones. I nearly gave away my Christmas card then, didn't I? No. I might have a bit of a play with that later. So, there you go. We've used our multi-make set. That's all I've used. Yay, I'm on a roll, aren't I, for these Mondays. I've not used any extra ones. Well, I did a little bit last week. Be forgiven. Anyway, that's it for today. We are back on Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Beautiful. I like that one, Suze. It is. Look, I channeled my inner bear for this one. It has to be blue. Everything's got to be blue. I do think it would make a lovely Christmas card though. I'm going to have to do that, aren't I? It's stuck in my head. Really stuck in my head. So yeah, back on Wednesday. And I'll probably try and do a little bit more on our polyplates and frames from last week's TV. Fridays I am thinking of starting doing some, if Little Bear's going to start joining me, I am going to start trying to do some little gift ideas, you know, like little treat bags, coasters, that type of thing, just to get us all ready for Christmas. So hopefully you'll be able to join me for that on Friday at 7, did I say 8 on Wednesday? No, it's not, it's 7:30 on Wednesday. I'm getting confused. So yeah, that's it. Back Wednesday, 7:30. I should be alone, I'm hoping. And we'll probably play with our poly plates. And I will have some more news on our black, not so black Friday, sparkly happy Friday. Okie doke. So, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that one. We kind of got there in the end. So that I am going to save for a Christmas card. There we go. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a lovely afternoon. Take care, stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you all on Wednesday night. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.